Hello and welcome everybody to the joinDOTA League Season 3. This is the European Division 2 European Love Story versus MaxFlo play. So just an all-around European team versus the Polish MaxFlo play. This is just week number 1, play day number 1, however you want to call it. We are of course HeflaTV. My name is Coacher and joining me is Benji.
Hey, as we do have two pretty good teams, in fact, as in, I will say that MaxFlo play are a team that I've heard of a lot, especially in all the games they sponsor, and they're always a rather good team coming out from Poland, or at the very least, their organization is. While in the meantime, European Love Story, they're actually a team I haven't seen that much of, but I do know they had a pretty deep run inside the Gigabyte qualifiers, and I keep seeing their name come up, so it'd be interesting to watch their games.
Yeah, one can hope that we're gonna see great things. And actually, MaxFlo play, they get their hands on the Lycan. Since European Love Story, they banned out the Faceless Void, but not only that, they take out an Ancient Apparition. That is the weirdest ban I have seen in ages, I think.
Yeah, the AA, I haven't seen it. He used to be banned quite a bit, but not quite as much anymore. Not with the amount of really strong picks and bans there are inside this current competitive scene. But instead, we do see the Scarith Mage and Brewmaster picked up their more common first ban, first pick heroes. As we're going to see MaxFlo play finally try and pick up their second hero.
It's definitely a little bit weird, but I mean, hey, as long as you still get a solid draft, it doesn't matter that much what you ban out. But MaxFlo play, man, they have the Lycan and the Shadow Shaman. That's some crazy ass shit.
Yeah, we're seeing a whole bunch of pushing right now as a lot of pain being inflicted by MaxFlo play in that terms of push, and it's going to be a very, very difficult at that point for European Love Story to ban out and stop the rest of the heroes that MaxFlo play might be looking for. Because there are still a lot of very strong push heroes left in the pool. Stuff like a Death Prophet, or you could even just simply go for something like an Enigma. With that Howl, Enigma comes in a brilliant pusher when that Howl is leveled up.
Yeah, it's so damn strong, and European Love Story, they can only take out 2 more pushers. But there are so many, like you mentioned, the Enigma, Nature Prophet, Pagna, Death Prophet, Venomancer. Maybe even the Chakiro if they really wanted to. So, it's just their pick as, nope. They ban out a Tinker instead at the moment. Although, we also see an Axe ban by MaxFlo play. So, man, this draft is just blown wide open. Or at least the bans are.
Yeah, because these bans are very interesting. The Tinker, I'd say an okay ban, although I wouldn't see this team from MaxFlo play right now picking up a Tinker just because they've got the initial starts of a Death Ball push coming on, and Tinker does take a little bit of time to, get enabled, so to say. He needs his boots. He needs a huge amount of pushing and other farms to be able to do anything.
Well, I mean, I completely agree with you, but I actually think it wouldn't have been that bad because Tinker can TP to Lycan Wolves for one. And once he gets the push of travels, he actually doesn't need that much more to help out with the push. Because if there's Mars of the machines when you're pushing, the enemy is gonna find it extremely hard to actually come and fight into it and try to stop you. But of course, it may hinder MaxFlo play's style anyway. Just depending on how Death Ball they actually want to go.
Yeah, because we are waiting for this last ban, and I'd say these next 2 bans are going to be pretty important. Obviously, the Axe, it is an interesting ban coming out from a MaxFlo play, and I can kind of see why they've done it. It's one of those few heroes that can lock it down the Lycan, regardless of his items, with that very strong Berserker Call.
Yeah, and if you catch the Lycan together with the Wolves, that's a potential for multiple counter helixes to just proc. Because of course, the more units hit you, the higher the chance. Still, I'm not too sure. Maybe they just know European Love Story likes the hero or whatnot. But MaxFlo play, they actually ban out an Enigma themselves. So it looks like at least they don't want to go for it.
Yep, we do see the Enigma getting banned out as... Although it's pretty good for their pick, it's also good against them as, again, it's more lockdown, as well as the ability to... that level 6 very early on can stop the Death Ball push.
Yeah, most certainly can, and they would have a pretty decent combination. Black Hole into Mystic Flare, although it's... I wouldn't want to say too rare, but it is pretty rare to actually see like proper full duration black holes getting channeled, because once you see an Enigma coming out, usually it happens actually either midway through the draft or in the first phase already for some teams. And that way, of course, you can just draft accordingly. Maybe even get something like a Lich to ensure that you can even stop it through the BKB and whatnot. But European Love Story, take out the Tinker now, and they're at their third pick. Having the Brewmaster and Skyriff Mage, they don't really roll, yeah. Okay, they go for the Tidehunter, so getting some additional lockdown, or well, I say additional, but it's actually the only proper lockdown they have now, the Ravage.
Still, it is a very good pickup right there from them, as if MaxFlo Play do decide to continue with this Death Ball strategy they've managed to pick up the first part to, Tidehunter can do a good job of stopping that. His level 6 Ravage is just simply a reset the fight button.
That is more or less so indeed, and well, we'll see what MaxFlo Play thinks of that pick or what they want for themselves. I still think Nature's Prophet would be a solid pickup here. But maybe a little bit too risky if you just want to push. But then again, having the 3 ends with the Howl, just easy extra damage. But no, they go for an Earthshaker instead.
And I do like that pickup just in general. A lot of ganking ability with the Shadow Shaman should things not quite go to plan. While on the other hand, it also, continues that Death Ball strategy. As soon as he hits that level 6, or even before the level 6, an Earthshaker is a very good team fighter.
Yeah, I mean, the Earthshaker is just risen in popularity, I think, over the past month or so. The Fisher is just such a strong tool, and there is one downside to the hero though. Early on, yes, you can have a huge impact, but for that you actually have to have excellent map awareness. Your rotations and the timings of them have to be spot on when you're in the mid lane and just defend your mid laner or just go for ganks yourself when you help the offlaner and whatnot. And I'm just hoping that MaxFlo Play has one such player in their lineup.
Well, as in generally at this level of team, you do have at least one, support player who's pretty good at that hero. As we are waiting for the last pick of the second picking stage, coming out from European Love Story. Definitely a better love story than Twilight.
Man, every love story is. I mean, it's not even really a love story. It's like, ugh. It's just a story, okay?
It's a guy watching you in your sleep.
Yeah, it's a stalker story.
I don't get how that was supposed to be romantic. It's like, I watch you while you sleep. That's when you get the restraining order.
Are you familiar with those?
No comment.
Yeah, but at the moment, European Love Story, they've slowed down the draft a little bit. 20 seconds left of the reserve time. And, well, Brewmaster most likely is going to be the mid laner for them, so they either need a secondary support or, yeah, safe laner. So Visage is the pick for them. I mean, yes, it's nice to have the familiars to scout out, get those extra stuns and whatnot, have the burst damage. Of course, well, I didn't even think about it initially, but Ancient Seal boosting up the Soulless Assumption damage. It is a lot of burst, but it is really early mid-game focused.
Yes. There is going to be a very strong issue in the early gamers. I'm going to guess they're going to be sending the Scarlet Mage mid at this point, because they do need someone with some kind of hard lockdown just to stop the Lycan from simply running away, because the Visage, he usually can get that Grave Chill off to move speed drain of 32%, but Lycan, he just gets max move speed with a Shapeshift.
Do I think European Love Story actually might be looking for something like a puck? Actually have the Skyriff Mage Visage as his roaming support duo, Brewmaster safe lane, and puck to just provide the additional lockdown as MaxFlo Play. They do in the end grab their hands on the Nature's Prophet. And this push is absolutely sick in the European Love Story. What's their counter push? Their only form of counter push is just taking team fights. And they can only do so when they actually have their primary split and the Ravage up.
Yeah, and at this point, we are going to need European Love Story to win this. I feel they are slowly being outdrafted, and to win this, they're going to need some amazing ganks to make sure MaxFlo Play never get to the Death Ball push stage. As we are going to see the Death Prophet does get banned out finally. Very surprising it got all the way down to this point of the game, as we're waiting for the last ban coming out on MaxFlo Play.
Yeah, and MaxFlo Play, do think they're still heading for some more push. Death Prophet of course was banned, but they can still pick up a mid laner. Maybe the Pagna or Dragon Knight.
And we do see a Morphling picked up, and that's pretty greedy, I feel. As in, the Morphling right there, he's a very good carry once he gets that farm up. But aside from that, I just feel that if European Love Story don't shut down MaxFlo play through superior ganking, and they don't really have the best heroes on their lineup for ganks. They're just going to, it's going to get to about 9-10 minutes into the game. MaxFlo play going to group up as 5 and just take towers.
That is a really legitimate fear you're having here. I mean, I would have a phobia of just facing push strategies in MaxFlo play. I thought like probably maybe Pagna, or well, actually we thought Dragon Knight would have been the better choice for mid laner, just a tanky hero in the front lines who can push towers with the Elder Dragon form, have a solid stun, but Storm Spirit, I mean, I guess it's not a bad choice because if you have a lot of push, you're gonna get a lot of global gold, so even if somehow the Storm Spirit is struggling before that up against the Brewmaster, he can still catch up with just the global gold.
Well, I think what they're looking for is just simply they know that the only way they can really lose this is through early game ganks, meaning that if they can, and they've already got amazingly the better ganking lineup.
Oh wow, this is going to be so hard for European Love Story. I mean, kind of hoping that they can prove me wrong at the moment. It's always nice to see just so-called unknown teams. I myself at least haven't casted or seen them before in action. So we'll see how well either side can actually perform, and I'm just hoping for a great game. Don't really care who wins or loses, but just I'm rooting for sports. Hell yeah.
Digital sports!
Yeah, best kind.
But either way, we are going to be here finally with the start of the game. No delays, no pauses. I'm a bit scared, as we do have, firstly, on the dire side, we've got MaxFlo play. We've got Dario Dota on the Earthshaker, Exotic Deer on Nature's Prophet, Taboo on the Lycan, the stand-in on the Twitch TV channel. Can't quite see it.
Sazudota,
and Sarako Week on that Shadow Shaman.
What is that name on the Shadow Shaman? Oh my god. Try to say like Sirkovit?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Well, as for European Love Story, Paul will be playing on the Visage, leaving CCC AAA playing on the Tidehunter, and another stand-in, Terror Tent, playing the Skyrim Mage, Xela, heading towards the mid lane probably on the Brewmaster, and the last one will be Eunice on the safe lane Morphling.
And we are going to see that attempted 5-man push was scattered out by the Treants, and everything's going to go back to ordinary, so to say. No real strange laning things. We've got the Treant on the off lane, coming out from a MaxFlo play, the Tri lane on bottom, Storm Spirit on mid, and both these two lanes look like they're just going to be going as to an ordinary start of the game.
Yeah, can't say I'm just too surprised about this as well. Usually you want to just draft safely, especially if you have the Morphling. You actually have to ensure in this kind of lineup that this Morphling gets fat and gets fat fast. And speaking of that, do you think he's maybe gonna go for the Hand of Midas even, or is that gonna be too greedy and too slow of a play?
Unless they get a huge amazing starter, I feel that they can't go for any amount of greed right now.
Oh, mid lane the Fisher onto Terror Tent. Can they get the kill? Oh no, the right clicks, they aren't enough, or are they? Drunken Haze, the miss straight off the bat. And of course Sazo, level 1, only has the static remnant, so he can't really make the Skyrim Mage run into it.
That was a pretty nice gank attempt coming out there, but not going to quite be enough. And it is interesting, though, that Storm Spirit did take a whole bunch of harassment damage right there.
Yeah, and actually, he's bringing out more tangos to himself as well at the moment because of it. So that does set back his bottle, whereas Brewmaster, he's just started with the Stout Shield, so a little bit closer to his bottle already. And of course, he has 4 last hits to Sazu's 3. So Brewmaster will have his bottle faster, although I don't think the Storm Spirit will still just struggle too much in this lane.
No, both these two heroes, I don't see them really killing each other, but at the same time, they're just going to get the farm that they need. And I'd say this is mostly going to be an equal lane, unless one or two consistently outskills the other.
Bottom lane, Shadow Shaman, is he actually going to go for it? No, never mind, he doesn't have Shackles, just skill Leather Shock before.
As in, I would also say that, again, on these off-lanes are mostly equal. We've got, on the one hand, we've got the Nature's Prophet, who, although isn't the most survivable hero, he is going up against a rather weak kill combo, as in, there's no real stun. They have got a slow, but that's about it. While on the other side, although they've got a very aggressive tri-lane coming out with the Earthshaker and the Shadow Shaman, The Tides are very tanky, very hard to kill off lane if you're playing correctly.
Oh, well, we see Terror Tent once again. Just maybe trying to set something up. Although it was spotted out thanks to this high ground observer work by the Radiant side. Although, oh, he's going courier sniping. How much patience does he have?
Well, the timing it is roughly there. As the bottle is going to be going towards him. This could be a very, very crucial thing if they can pick up this bottle. Around about 20 seconds until you can start buying that upgraded courier, or are they going to upgrade it immediately?
Oh, I don't think it's going to be in time, Storm Spirit. He's actually coming back to meet it as well, but oh, they see Terror Tent. They lose the help of one more right. No, they don't get it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That is the 44 base damage of the Skywrath Mage coming into play here. Just so bad. If he had like 2 more base damage with the illusions helping out, it would have been enough almost already.
So what exactly is that courier? It's like a goat thing.
It's a goat, deer, something. Not a deer, a stag. Because deers don't have such high antlers, I think.
That's what happens when you put creature on random mode.
Alright, I think it looks majestic, to be honest.
No,
I wouldn't mind riding on one of those.
I'm not saying don't want one.
But, oh, Titan, never mind. I mean, he's such a big bully. He gets shackled up, but I don't think he's in any fear of his life here. Or actually, he is taking more damage than anticipated. Nature's Prophet TPing in as well. This might be first, but he has the Sprout. Has to use it as well, the Tangos, just out of it. And actually, when the enemy has the Tangos, you actually block yourself with the Sprout. I mean, they only need one more right click, so maybe just chasing would have been the better choice.
Though. But they're not going to go for it. They're going to try and go for the huge plays of picking up that haste immediately. And Tide is going to get back, but he did take a whole bunch of damage in trying to stop that triple pull coming through. And that's going to give Lycan free farm. And if Lycan liked anything in the lane, it is free farm. Especially as I would say he gets more dangerous a lot faster than the Morphling on the other side.
Yeah, well, that is just purely because, first of all, when you have the Howl, you give damage to the entire team already. So that helps out every single other lane as well, setting up ganks, just farming, what have you. And of course, the most important is just getting those towers with the wolves, with the summons. Although at the moment, Shadow Shaman, thanks to him rotating and of course the pull camp being blocked early on, he is only level 2 at the moment, so the Mass Serpent wards might not be here for a long time still.
Although I would say they don't really need them with the amount of other pushes they have. As soon as Nature's Prophet gets some nice levels in Nature's Call, that's when the pushing can really get started. He's already kind of rotated into the jungle though, due to the nice job this safe lane coming out from European Love Story has done in defending their Morphling.
Yeah, they really are doing well at the moment. Paul just getting double pull through, although actually 3 creeps make it through. One is gonna get denied, but Nature's Prophet, is he gonna TP to the lane now to just soak up some XP? He is at base, so he could easily do so. But mid lane, oh, the Primal Split was used as well. Storm Spirit, he's only level 5, no ultimate yet. Skywrath Mage came in, there's no silence, but he's gonna turn it around. The first blood goes to joinDOTA. He will take a fall after that, but that is well worth it. And I don't know if Brewmaster mismicroed or what happened, but the Storm Spirit, he just stayed alive for so damn long. And oh, Dario, one more right click, no. He actually goes down to the help of the creeps.
Nice play there coming out, probably in favor of Euls, although they did give up first blood, they lost their Storm Spirit, and that Storm Spirit, this is the kind of start that Euls' European Love Story was looking for a little bit, maybe not quite as aggressive as they needed it to be, but, well, that's going to be a level 8 already on the Brewmaster. He's got that Primal Split up, 100 seconds, and he gets a regen rune, exactly what the Doctor ordered.
Yeah, and actually him being there for the 2 kills, actually getting both of them as well, he is now level 8 already. That's actually pretty damn sick for a Brewmaster. Just getting those higher levels into Ultimate, higher levels into Drunken Brawler as well. Makes you tankier, makes you crit harder. And actually, Paul, they find Exotic here. Can they get the kill? Grave Chill sets it up. There's a concussion shot, the waveform through the damage. Man, just Soul Assumption. Too strong of a nuke this early on.
Yeah, but we just see right now the European Love Story. They kind of went off to a slow start, but now they're starting to rotate around ganking. And we're going to have the next few minutes. It's going to be how far can European Love Story set back MaxFlo play? Because they can do it far, if they can give themselves enough space, if they can give themselves enough ability to take these team fights, get the levels up on the heroes they need to, then maybe this game's going to become a little bit more interesting when the pushing starts.
Yeah, looks like it is starting at the moment. Nature's Prophet already TP'd to the back end. Oh my god. If only European Love Story knew. Actually, the GNs are coming out now. Holy usable Titan is so low. Sprouted up. Should be an easy kill. Taboo. Even activates his shapeshift as well. Don't know if that was really necessary, but kill secured. Probably tower after this as well.
Yeah, this tower, there's nothing that European Love Story can really do to stop this. It's a split.
Even the Storm is coming in now. They want more kills, Paul. He's completely out of mana. Skyriff Mage should be an easy kill as well. He doesn't have a single point into silence. Well, now it just puts one, but one might not be enough. But more TPs are coming. Brewmaster is there. Taboo, he's dropping low. Grave kill as well. Will it be enough? A nice sprout actually blocking their movement as joinDOTA gets that one kill on the backside and just Ball lightnings away from there.
Yeah, very nice move there coming out from MaxFlo play. That lack of the usage of the shapeshift so early did almost hurt them right there, as it was just one soul assumption away from getting that kill onto the Lycan. But at the same time, right now, you know, it's 3-3, and that's probably a win right there for Euls, for MaxFlo play.
Yeah, and the tower is so damn low as well, yet it is not in the eye range. And actually, I think that's a really healthy amount of health for a tower to have when you're MaxFlo, because you can quite easily just go in and backdoor it if really need be. So they still have the potential gold there waiting for them. And Sasu, he has a haste rune as well on the Storm Spirit. Can maybe set something up, or worst case scenario, just escape from the Brewmaster when he wants to activate the Primal Split. But Primal Split is not something you can just catch a Storm Spirit with anyway.
Now, the one small advantage they do have, because of the slightly aggressive posturing we're seeing from Lycan, Morphling is out-farming him. Due to the fact that he's just focusing on getting those last hits, on clicking down those creeps, it does mean that he is, you know, going to be able to get those carry items a lot faster than Lycan is right now. He's currently about 1k ahead.
That will, though, remain true until the towers start falling. Yes, last hit-wise, he's getting more cold, but if European Love Story fail to just get any towers of their own, which actually I predict might happen, unless they somehow get some really good fights and get towers after that, because they don't have a single hero that will actually excel at pushing. I mean, the best thing they have, I guess, is like Tidehunter with the Anchor Smash, maybe creep skipping or just killing the creep wave fast, waveform helping out as well. But as far as just damage on towers go, they lack it heavily, I think.
We do see the Nature's Prophet, he is now level 5. Got that 3rd level in the Nature's Call. On the opposite offlaner, we do have Tidehunter, he's just hit level 6, and now the team fight for European Love Story has completely been enabled.
Yeah, and Xela mid lane, he's only 100 gold away from his Blink Dagger as well on the Brewmaster, so with the Blink, Thunderclap into Primal Split and the Ravage as well, they definitely should be able to just set up team fights. At least every 2 minutes or so once their ultimates come off. But bottom lane, the push is happening and the tower goes down before any reactions actually get there. But oh, Taboo has to be careful, Grave Chill is there. Do they really want to commit the Ravage? I'm not too sure if they had enough damage even with that.
Oh, and he's just going to walk away, and that's going to be, you know, a free tower effectively. And that's going to be the hard problem for European Love Story, that they don't really have that lockdown, not without committing some huge heavy cooldown ultimates, which means that these heroes like Storm Spirit and Lycan, and even to some extent the Nature's Prophet, can just simply walk in and walk out.
Oh man, they are just... How do they deal with the Storm Spirit? Yes, they have the Skyriff Mage. He is only level 3 though, 11 minutes in. The games you see the Skyriff Mage's team win, usually, are games that Skyriff Mage rotates early, gets kills, gets level 6 by like 7 minutes into the game already, and just sets up even more kills thanks to the Mystic Flare that is available to him then. But at the moment, it's just not happening at all, and Ancient Seal, you really need more levels than 1. Yes, the 3-second silence is nice, well now a 4 seconds since it's level 2, but you really want it to be maxed out as soon as possible against Storm.
They do have the burst possibility, especially with the Morphling, his waveform, and eventually Adaptive Strike. And the 3 seconds might be enough to take down Storm, and they do actually pick up a tower themselves. A little bit surprising there, that no one reacted to that.
Yeah, and actually, well, MaxFlo, they know the Primal Split is up, and looks like they even want to pressure the tier 2, because Mass Serpent Wars are available now. And Tidehunter, oh, they go for the Shackles! I mean, with the Mass Serpent Wars, it might have been enough, but there's the Ravage coming out. The Shadow Shaman actually gets out of it, and Lycan, well, no lockdown. Oh, the Primal Split a little bit too late as well. Oh my god. That's huge. 2 big cool ultimates on cooldown now.
And that's the problem with not having any of the lockdown, that Lycan can just simply pop his ultimate and run away.
Huge bait coming out. As now, they're just going, okay guys, ultimate's on cooldown, let's go mid lane, Mass Serpent Ward's there instead. Really smart plays there, just baiting out the ultimates and taking objectives on top of it. Oh, they're gonna go for Terrorant as well. Fisher to set it up initially. Oh, he had the haste rune. Not gonna be enough still.
As Storm Spirit, he had a pretty, well, an okay start, so to say, picking up that first blood, but then getting taken out. But on the other hand, he does pick up a very nice kill there, and the tower, and this lead is going to start amounting for a MaxFlo play. Or I should say the lead for Euls going away. In fact, they were at 1 point to 3k gold ahead. But as those towers are going down, so is there a lead, all the way down to 500 experience. And in fact, the gold lead has jumped up for MaxFlo play.
Yeah, of course, they just got 2 towers in quick succession, so the gold graph at least makes sense, but XP, I mean, really them having such a high leads early on. I guess they were ahead in kills as well at that point in time. And now Lycan, he already has the level 1 in Necrobook. So if some more towers fall, the Necro level 3 is going to come out really soon. Nature's Prophet has his hand off Midas now, and I would guess that he's going to go for that Necrobook after this as well.
Just go math Necrobook, kill everyone in the face, kill all the towers in the face, because objective-based gaming is, we do see Earthshaker might be in a little bit of trouble, but he is trying to get out of there.
I mean, the Familiars just harassing him so damn much. He dropped more than half HP from the Familiars and just a concussive shot. I mean, one waveform would have finished the job more or less. And actually, speaking of the Morphling, he is only a recipe away from his Lincoln Sphere. So if they get the tower lasted for it, he's gonna have it by like 15 minutes in, I think.
Fortification has been popped and they're going to try and go for a 1-for-1 trade. Lycan doing a bit of damage here on top. He's thinking about coming in. In fact, this Titus is going to be in so much trouble. The TP support, but this is going to be a tower going down as well as the TPs.
Oh, well, actually, Exotic Tier, he did drop down. He tried to TP out there, but Yankor Smash was a little bit too much. It is level 4 after all from the Tidehunter. But I think it's worth it at the moment. But bottom lane, the Familiar's coming out. The Earthshaker, he might be in trouble if Unis wants to commit and go for the kill. And he decides otherwise, but I think it could have been an easy kill with the help of the Familiars. And now, well, Tier 2 tower mid lane as well. Mass Serpent Ward's down. They're just applying so much pressure across the map.
Actually, you know, that was a pretty good trade coming up from European Love Stories. Surprisingly, they are, you know, only 1 tower behind. As you see, Storm Turret's gonna pick up Visage right there. Nothing he could do. That electric vortex just so good.
Well, European Love Story, they did get the tower denied. I think the Mass Serpent Wards weren't microed correctly, but small mistake as you still gain the map control and half of the gold anyway. So all is good for them. And I mean, they already have 4 towers down, and they already were pinging out the tier 2 bottom as well.
Storm has picked himself up a regeneration rune. Looks like he's going for an orchid. And that's a very nice item, especially against some of these huge ultimate heroes. If he can get that orchid off on the Tidehunter or even the Brewmaster before they can pop their ultimates, that would be absolutely huge.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to use it on the Brewmaster because Tidehunter can just crack and shell it off anyway. Unless you silence the Tidehunter so he can't ravage, but you don't actually go for the kill so the crack and shell won't proc. That is one option, and well, I guess for Morphling as well, if you can pop the Lincolns first though.
As the smoke is going to come out and they want to go for more ganks. As surprisingly, MaxFlo play, well, not surprisingly, as I do feel they had the better early game ganking lineup. They are ahead by 1 kill and they're going to be going into the enemy jungle.
Oh, they just run past Xela more or less, who has 2k gold, but oh, they have their eyes on the prize. Unis, can you waveform anything? Lincoln's popped, Orchid is there, long range shackles as well, with the electric vortex pulling him even further away. And well, they're gonna go for the tower. Another Mass Serpent Ward. Just, they're playing their lineup just as it's meant to be played, I think.
And at this point, without all 5 of their heroes, they just can't handle the fact these towers are being pushed down so hard, especially with a level 1 Necro coming out from Lycan. We do see that Nature's Prophet, not quite sure what he's going for at the moment. He's got 2k gold saved up.
And go Dagon, go YOLO, and oh, look at Xela. He went for Boots of Travels now, so I guess he's aware of the fact that he needs to be counter pushing himself and then TPing to a lane or something like that. Or split pushing himself rather. And he wants to set up something, but really, he still can't go for Sazu unless the Ancient Seal comes out from the Skywrath.
No, they can't, you know, without that Ancient Seal, without that silence ability, there's nothing they can really do to stop this Storm Spirit. And even then it's going to be difficult just because of how survivable he is with the lack of stuns on European Love Story.
Oh yeah, and well, I guess there's one positive. Earthshaker is only level 5 though, so there's no Echo Slam. And even if there is, it's gonna be level 1 probably for a long period of time. But Tidehunter still hanging around with the Morphling Replicate. Terrorant trying to farm up. He has his Mystic Flare now as well, so if they do get a lockdown, they can just blow up any hero at the moment, I think. And there's a Blink on Tide, of course, so Blink Ravage is there, although even the Shadow Shaman has his Blink already, as now does Nature's Prophet as well.
Nature's Prophet going for a Blink. Well, actually, he has been a little bit more popular in terms of how to play that hero. Being able to just be annoying harassment and blinking around the entire map.
Going for Blink this early, I mean, he doesn't have anything else. It's not like he has strong push anyway to just threaten European love story by himself at the moment. Howl, yes, helps a little bit with the treants, but is it going to be strong enough? But oh, there is a smoke. I think they saw the replica being created by the treants, and that was a huge mistake by the Morphling now.
Yeah, but as we do see, they are going to back off, and that smoke is going to be useless. And at this point, well, MaxFlo they are playing a bit more defensive than expected to. They have all their ultimates up, they have the ability to push. Maybe they're just waiting for Earthshaker to get his Blink Dagger and then just go for the final, death ball.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to just give away what they've been trying to accrue at the moment. Because still, fighting into Primal Split and Blink Tidehunter Ravage, it is scary. So they're not taking any chances. It might be them waiting for the Blink. The Blink, like you said. Taboo has his Necro level 3 finish, so not gonna pick up a big item anytime soon. Storm Spirit, 2.4k gold. I would want to say that he's going for a BKB, but at least for me, it would be the most natural item choice now against the lineup of European Love Story.
Well, is a BKB itself worth it, considering that there's not that much magic. There's only one magical spell that he really cares about that hurts. That Ancient Seal coming out from the Scarif Mage, which he's level 3 at the moment, a 5-second silence.
Well, I mean, a 5-second silence is probably enough for him to just die completely, because he only has 967 HP as it is. I guess he could try to go for something like a Bloodstone to just tank up a little bit. Although, once you get Ancient Sealed, when the Soul Assumptions follow, the Ravages are there as well. You just might poof, especially if there's a shotgun to come out at some point in time. But oh, Stormspit goes in, silence onto the Tidehunter. Nice familiar drops, and no, he gets out. He had the Aether. There's the Echo Slam. They get 1 kill. Tidehunter Ravage actually connects some 4 heroes, but it's not enough. There's no follow up. He gets the Blink out himself, but never mind. Storm Spirit catches up, of course.
And that's the problem in this current lineup, is that I feel that after they've put the Ravage, if they don't get that an amazing engagement, there's not very much else they can do. They need to play defensive, and you can't really play defensive against this kind of sieging lineup.
Yeah, actually with this fight now, there is the Blink there finished on Earthshaker as well. And well, at least Nature's Prophet died. That's all I can say. But oh, they might go for a kill on Lycan. Oh, Earthshaker's there as well, hanging out. And this is just completely snowballing for MaxFlo at the moment. Oh, but they get the seal, they get the Wayfarer as well. They will get the kill on Taboo. I mean, you could really see that MaxFlo was not expecting this.
But they do have some burst on their sleeves, so they are actually kind of scattering MaxFlo play to the winds right now. Going in for the kills, but we do have the Invis Rune on Stormspread. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can! Escapes all the damage, although he has kind of shown that this Roach was attempted being done by the Nature's Prophet. But that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, slightly in favor of European Love Story. And they're going to be trying to push down this tier 1 tower, but the Fissure slowing them down even further. A few very crucial seconds, and this is Lycan. He's going to be up in a few more moments.
Yeah, some sneaky plays coming out, and well, the tier 1 might still force Storm Spirit down to half mana. Actually, they want to go in Ancient Seal though. It's not coming out. Skyref, of course, in the base, so. But there's the Glyph. TP is coming out as well. Lycan is there. Oh, the tower probably gonna get denied as Waveform forced out by Eunice.
But they are going to get the deny. At least they got the tower down, but not the best way, especially with the fact that they desperately need that gold, as they're currently around about 7k behind because of all the towers they've lost. In fact, there's only one outside tower left for European Love Story. The sad, lonely tower on the bottom, where everyone else went.
I can use my extra sensitive skills, whatever, extra sensory skills, however you want to call them, I'm predicting the future that even this tier 2 tower will fall within the next 3 minutes.
Spidey senses.
Spidey senses, yes. They are tingling. I can feel the fear of the tower already.
I used to love that to the Spider-Man cartoon as a kid.
Man. Have you seen the newest Spider-Man movies with that new actor, whoever he is?
Surprisingly, no. I know that
You don't want to watch them.
I know they like reboot them every 5 seconds because of if they don't, then they lose the rights to Spider-Man. But
I mean that Spider-Man really is just horrible. I mean the ones with Tobey Maguire are okay, but this guy, he is not suited for the role of Spider-Man. It's so weird, man. But just getting off topic, Eunice on the Morphling, he is actually farming up still pretty damn nice, keeping up with the Storm Spirit at the moment. He's heading towards that Ethereal Blade. And with the shotgun, they definitely have the power to burst down people because Nature Prophet going for the Blink Dagger, he's sitting only at 834 HP. And he's just AFKing in base with his Hand of Midas.
Just look at this. There's going to be 2 smokes going up against each other. This Lycan is basically bait at the moment, but the Ravage is perfect.
It hits 3 heroes, but Storm Spirit, he's out of it. They will get the 2 support heroes, and now are they gonna lose any during the silence of the ball? The Mystic Flare though? Nope, not gonna work. Even Storm Spirit got thrown up in the air by the Storm Panda, and Taboo somehow gets out. Maybe another Soul Assumption is gonna come off cooldown. No, Taboo, he's already far enough as weirdly Visage didn't try to follow. So 2 easy kills for them, and actually a really favorable fight. Although they did expend all their items. No, they're gonna catch Taboo as well still. Oh man.
Made a terrible mistake right there. He should have gotten the hell out of dodge, but he decided to go back in for a little bit of, I'm not quite sure what he was doing there, and he got caught out by the tide.
Yeah, and well, they're going on tide just as we speak. Sasu, he wants to go in deep, he's gonna get the kill, but he's so low on mana. Actually has a BKB, can just BKB TP if he really feels like it. Although, yeah, BKB TP, that's what he's going for. The right click set, they're gonna be enough! Oh god. MaxFlo, throw.
It was a, well, I would say that wasn't so much a throw in the last team fight. Very nice initiation coming out from the Tidehunter. But on the other hand, we kind of saw that was a little bit of a last-ditch attempt to make something happen in terms of push. And that you need to be a little bit smarter in regards to that. Diving that deep for a Tidehunter with no mana just isn't worth it.
Yeah, and because of this now, it was the 10-second BKB as well. So, the best BKB in the game. And with this, with the fight, suddenly the E-Blade is finished on Morphling. When I last talked about it like a minute ago, he was still 2,000 gold away from it. That's actually the difference now of net worth between the Morphling and Storm Spirit, although Storm Spirit was a little bit ahead before those fights.
Yeah, the Morphling has really exploded in terms of the farm he's gotten. Just going to be going for that shotgun build, just trying to burst down these very escapable heroes before they can even run off.
To be honest, MaxFlo's push. And my Spidey senses were wrong, goddammit. Tower not down yet. Goddamn.
It defies you.
Yeah. I'm not Spider-Man. I have not been bitten by a genetically mutated spider.
Oh, but that's what all the kids are doing nowadays.
Man,
it's like the new Facebook.
I wish it was. If I saw a genetically mutated spider, I might let it bite me, although it would most likely be a death sentence.
Nah, genetics is a little bit more boring than in comics and cartoons. It'd just be like, yes, this spider had like a 0.1% chance, even additionally, to like survive the cold or something. Science.
Man, if only the movies were real. If only there were superpowers in real life. And well, I don't care so much as superpowers. I just wish there was magic.
I don't know. As in, imagine giving everybody basically magic. Like, it'd be like giving every single individual person their own personal army. There's a reason why medieval times never get past, you know, that kind of level of technology, because everyone's too busy just blowing people up back to the Stone Age.
Well, but if it was like in Harry Potter, where not everybody could use magic, but well, I guess a pretty solid amount of people still.
Oh, I'm still waiting for my owl.
Yeah. I mean, funny story. My girlfriend was just talking about it today. That she is waiting for it as well.
I was supposed to be at 11. I'm 23 now.
They have different numbers in real life. Don't worry, it will come. Just keep on waiting. Keep on waiting at the door. But now the game is unpaused. And actually, ever since MaxFlo got their Blink Daggers on the Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker, we've seen really little of them. They haven't been wanting to fight, of course, into the Ravage and the Primal Split, yet they haven't been trying to push at the same time. So, do you think it's kind of a mistake just letting Morphling farm up like he is?
I do feel it is, as again, like what we said, this tier 2 tower is still up, and you know, MaxFlo plays Deathball strategy is going to eventually stop working.
But to be honest, with their lineup, they still have the possibility, even in the really late stages of the game, to just face plant themselves into the racks, just suicide completely, and still probably even get the racks, although you can only do that like 1 or 2 times before you give away too much of an advantage to the enemy team, and you can't even do that anymore because they can just suddenly fight outside the base and oh, they're gonna go in. There's the silence on Titan though. He will crack and shield off. There's the electric vortex on top of it. Echo Slam to get the kill and even Terror, and he's gonna take a spill now.
Oh, that was huge mistake coming out. The rest of the team was nowhere to be seen. They were defending the top, and they kind of tried to initiate onto those 2 heroes, but against how much farm the Storm has, that is a terrible mistake, especially without your Morphling in hand.
Yeah, the Storm Spirit PKB making a difference there. Tidehunter, although, I have to commend him not blowing his ultimate even there, and Visit Replicate gonna get bursted down. Although Sasu is completely out of mana and has to go all the way base, unless he finds a lucky regen room, but no runes to be seen at the moment.
Yep, no runes at the moment, as we are going to see both these 2 teams is going back to farming, and every moment this happens, I do feel aids European love story more than MaxFlo play. Yes, MaxFlo play, they've got all the towers finally down the outside, but it is 30 minutes into the game. Generally, you'd expect to have been putting pressure on the tier 3s, maybe even on the racks by this point of the game with the lineup they've got.
Oh man, and Morphling, having his E-Blade finished for some time now, he has another 2000 gold in the bank, so he can just start racking up his stats now. Maybe get the Yasha next, get the movement speed for himself as well. And Earthshaker, Nature's Prophet. Actually, most heroes might be in danger, although they have been actually tanking out reasonably well. Shadow Shaman going for the Aghanim Scepter, having the Ogre Club and the Point Booster, so has a pretty sizable health pool. Earthshaker sitting at 1k as well, and both the Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman, they're probably going to stay as far back in the fight as possible as it is anyway, and just blink in when necessary.
Yeah, we do see that the team fights have kind of changed in the sense that they now move from an initiation to a counter-initiation role. With the Ravage, it's really going to be the key fight starter, as we do see Brewmaster is going to get that Nature's Prophet, stopping the Rat Dota in his tracks.
Yeah, they're playing really well at the moment, to be honest, I have to say. And Brewmaster, just having those Boots of Travels allows him to play that a little bit aggressively. And it's been working out. The item pickup, really, I mean, I think Boots of Travels this early on, more players should pick it up. When Fnatic switched from Heroes of New Earth to Dota, they, especially Honey, just loved going for Boots of Travels early on. Everybody else was like, what the hell are they doing? But it's legit, man. Not only does it give you that awesome movement speed, you don't have to buy TPs constantly, so it's an investment into the future, so to say. And if you try to defend, which against the push lineup of MaxFlo you definitely do most of the time, TPing to towers, the Boots of Travels will not make the other TPs delayed, and oh, they're gonna go in. Will there be Echo Slam? Yes, there will. Tidehunter dropping so low already. Krakachel, he gets his ultimate off a PKB by Sasu is there. They get 1 kill, but it's a 1-for-1 so far. Taboo, he's actually dropping low. There's the shotgun coming out. Shackle's a little bit too late now, thrown up in the air. Terror Rant goes down as well, but Sasu, now he's on the run, no PKB. He's gonna lose his gem if he dies here. Oh my god. They lose 4, they will lose the tier 2. Unit just continues to farm up. He just finished the Yasha, but now, once again, 2.4k in the bank.
And I just feel that's a little bit of a sloppy team fight there coming out from MaxFlo players. They kind of all focused on different targets and on the wrong target, so to say. Yes, they took out the Scarif Mage, but they Storm Spirit used up all his mana and then was like, oh damn, there's a Morphling here.
Yeah, the Morphling, the shotgun is just so damn strong. I mean, he blew up, I think it was the Lycan. Of course, Lycan now has his BKB as well. It was in his stash. But man, you just can't fight without BKB, and for Storm Spirit, the BKB is already down to 7 seconds. And they really haven't been accomplishing nearly enough, to be honest. By this time, with their lineup, you would have expected them to have at least 1 set of racks, if not more.
As we're going to be seeing the Roshan going down for European Love Story. I don't really think the MaxFlo play can contest this. They're a huge anti-Roshan teamfight ultimate. That Echo Slam is on cooldown for the next 70 seconds. And their wards are... Oh no, the wards are up. But it's not going to be enough, as that Roshan is going to go down. And Morphling is going to get a second life, meaning he can play even more aggressive, even more shotgunny. And he's also picked himself up a Manta style.
Oh man. Just imagine Ancient Seal into Shotgun, into Mystic Flare.
That's probably a kill on practically everyone.
Yeah, literally only a BKB can save you. Maybe if you had a pipe, of course, could help out as well. But at the moment they have nobody to even build a pipe for them. And speaking of items like pipe, they lack a mech. And actually, that is one of their errors in their draft, I think. If you go for push, you need the mech, you need heroes like that. But they find the Morphing. Will there be a lockdown? They pop the Linkens, but the waveform already activated. Now Sasu, oh my god, even though the BKB was there, he copped so much to the Mystic Flare. Earthshaker gonna get caught as well. One more right click, that's all they need. Can he get the blink out? Nope. Adaptive Strike to get the kill. Taboo is next. He's trying to man fight the Morphling, but he's just straight out losing in Unis. He gets the double kill, kills the Necrobooks for extra gold, extra XP, and man, this is a straight out disaster for the past like 10 minutes almost already for MaxFlo.
That initiation, they pushed too hard, they delved too deep, and the dwarves got punished. As we just saw there, that they tried to blow everything to pull Morphling out of the fight, and he just waveformed away, and then just simply, you know, the rest of his team turned up.
Yeah, this is going horribly bad. I think horribly bad is the only way to describe this. And Xela, he's gonna have a BKB now as well on the Brewmaster. He's level 19 already.
And I have to wonder that even if they'd have picked up the Morphling there, considering he has Aegis in hand, what was his plan afterwards? Since even if that had been successful, they'd have got off the static link, dragged him back. Surely the rest of the team would still be there.
Oh, the Echo Slam is huge! They kill off the Morphling, maybe. No, he's morphing into strength, and instead they lose two. And this might be just game breaking. Storm Spirit has buyback though, but I bet your ass he does not want to use it.
As we just see, look at the push now coming out from European Love Story. That's what happens when you let a Morphling farm. He's currently got 669 gold per minute.
Oh, actually they back off at the Xela. He's hexed up the Boo. He wants to go for the kill. Grave Shield, of course, won't help at all. Xela now. Somehow still can he get the blink? Force the shotgun comes in from Unis. Are you kidding me, Lycan? Just, man, he's not the big bad wolf at all. He's just a pup here. And well, they might lose counter access, exotic tier, doing the rat Dota up on the Nature's Prophet, but they are losing their own base even faster. As the Shadow Shaman gonna take a fall, probably, or nope. Brewmaster gave up on the chase, blinks out as Rax will fall down thanks to the familiars, the meta style of Unis, and now Storm Pit comes in. He gets one kill, BKB activated. Shadow Shaman getting shotgun down as Sazo. Is he gonna get the kill on Ball? Yes, he is. Probably gonna lose his life. Yep. Ethereal Blade comes out. Unis, oh, dropping low thanks to the Fisher. Waveform over, and yeah, familiars. Unis, he is godlike.
And he's still got the Aegis in hand, which is going to be reclaimed in 3 minutes, but at the same time, there is a gem just left there on the ground. He doesn't have any slots.
Look at the gold. He has 6.4k gold. His gold per minute is 719.
Just absolutely sick right there. He's already got 6k gold in hand once again. Is this Divine Rapier time? Dagon.
I would say probably, well, Boots of Travels first. But either Satanica or the Eye of Skadia, of course, is most likely going to be next. But really, if he went for Rapier, I don't think he would even get punished for it.
At this point, probably not, as in they'd have to kill him off twice with the Aegis of Mortal. Though, again, the Rapier, he is probably the most throwy item in the game.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, not like MaxFlo has any heroes that could just make excellent use of it, and now he's going to go for the Butterfly. He just realizes the fact that actually Lycan, his right clicks can hurt if he's actually staying on target. And of course, even Necrobooks, to be honest, just dodging their right clicks might not be too bad.
Something interesting to note is that up until those last few team fights, MaxFlo play have actually had the gold advantage. You know, Euls have only just taken the lead with only a 2.5k gold advantage. And that's a little bit interesting, mostly seen due to the fact that all these supports and the other core, the Tidehunter, didn't really get much farm. All of it was given to the Morphling, and frankly, this has been, you know, working out wonders for them.
Yeah, and this Morphling, I think it's just too big at this point. The age is still around for another minute and a half to 2 minutes or so. And well, man, the Fisher comes out, pops the Linkens. Maybe they can set up the kill, but I highly doubt that they can set it up twice with the Tidehunter ultimate, the Ravage on being online, and the Primal Split as well. Shotgun! Oh, Sasu does survive it though. But yes, to back all the way base. Cliff comes out. Fisher is there as well. No Echo Slam yet. And oh, Jet have to strike with the familiars. And they're just making everybody back off the base without even committing anything themselves.
And they're going to lose Rax without being able to stop this. We do see the attempted initiation coming out from Ashan Shaman, getting the Shackle and Hex off on the Brewmaster, but he's just so tanky.
Oh, the Mystic Flare is there as well. Earthshaker barely gets out of it, but he goes down in the end anyway. Sasu, his PKB is on cooldown. As the base, they have to defend this. Melee Rex are gonna go down thanks to the Necrobox. Taboo is there as well. Exotic there. Can you actually TP out in the Sprout? Nope. Thrown up in the air. Actually, Lycan does make it out thanks to that. Thanks to them just going for the Nature's Prophet, but it was in the end a melee Rex for Rex, but oh, ball! No, he got hexed up, but Unis was there with the shotgun. Sazuna silenced up as well. Will the right clicks kill him? Of course they will. The Manta still helping out, and Taboo now. He's just in the middle of too many units. Familiar drops stop him from running away, and 4 heroes down. Only Nature Prophet has buyback, but the tier 2 mid lane still stands, so they have to go through that before they actually get mid Rex.
But they're just ignoring the backdoor protection, and the GG gets called. Sasu Dota being the one to call that out in the Storm Spirit, and frankly, there's very little they could do to stop this push. That push on the middle was their last-ditch attempt. It was a good try, but that is going to be a surprising win for European Love Story. I really thought their draft was weaker, but their execution, especially on that team fight on the bottom lane, that was a turning point for European Love Story. They came in, got that 3-man Ravage, and just escalated from there.
Yeah, really well played, just having the patience to wait out, actually look at your some of your tier 2 towers just being mowed down, going for the smart trades, getting tier 1 towers for the exchange, and when the moments were opportune, then go for the team fight, win it, and just slowly take it from there. And actually they instilled fear into their opponent, because you could see that MaxFlo, they were actually afraid to push into what European Love Story had, so they won the mental game here, I want to say, and just kind of escalated from there, like you said. But guys, this was only game number 1. It is a 2-game series, so we'll have one more game where MaxFlo, they can tie up the series to just redeem themselves, or can European Love Story take it 2-0? We will find out in game number 2's lobby, where we're going right now. And of course, if you liked us, be sure to follow us on everything. I'm not gonna talk for too long because people are waiting for us in the lobby. Although, I will thank myself for casting for you. And of course, well, actually I'm thanking Benji for co-casting with me. He's awesome. But yeah guys, some songs now.